Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode number 13 of the Ice and Dixon Show. It's going to be a great show. We won't be superstitious about the number. But today we're going to talk about Trump's new social media platform, Truth Social. What's that all about? Then we're going to discuss Kyle Rittenhouse and what's been going on with him and how he's going to take on all those that slandered him, possibly suing everyone, including Whoopi Goldberg, who's been targeted for some reason as well. And here with me to get through all of this swamp of information is Dixon. Dixon, how are you?
It's wonderful. It is a swamp we have to negotiate in this day and age. It's wild.
Yeah, exactly. It really is a swamp, just like Trump told us it was.
he did tell us that. And you know what? You think about like number 13 with the show. I mean, this is it. This is a big deal.
Yeah, this is big. I mean, I know a lot of people get superstitious about the number 13. You know what? I'm kind of that way. I was going to say that I'm not, but I am. I don't know why.
Really?
I let it get to me. There's something weird about it. Like because I've been going to the gym recently, and like if I lose track of my reps and I think I'm around, this is going to sound a weird way to start the show, but if I get close to like the number, if I lose count of my reps and I get close to around where I think 13 is, I'll be like, well, I got to do more to get past the number 13. I cannot end my reps on 13.
Is that true? You're not. This is legit. This is
not. No, yeah.
Wow.
I'm not even joking. I don't know if this has something to do with some spectrum thing or something. I have no idea. But like, it's just something I do. And I thought of it as soon as I said that. I'm like, oh, I'm not superstitious. And I'm like, well, I kind of are. Like, really bad.
That's really funny. That's interesting. Yeah, the number 13 is in cultures. In some cultures, it's like embraced. It's actually like a lucky number in some cultures.
Yes, that's interesting. It's funny because like when you think about it, it's like it's an irrational fear of a friggin' number. Like, who cares? It's a number.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show you, like you said, other societies like embrace it. So.
And did you manifest on 2/22/22? Did you write down your manifestations?
No. Oh wow.
Man.
I really screwed up there.
Oh boy. Yeah, that was a perfect day. Everything was aligned in the universe.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe that I did that.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I heard this thing. I read this thing that's like, this is the time like your energy channels are aligned and your aura and all this kind of stuff. And I felt like really crappy yesterday, like all day long. Like really like just wiped out, like just totally wiped. And today I'm fine.
That's it. Maybe hear me out now. You might subscribe to this more than I do, but maybe that was the toxins releasing from your body that day, and it was all coming out, and then you woke up feeling nice and refreshed. Maybe that's what it was.
That could have been it. Like it was just a moment for a cleanse of the universe, if you will, that kind of thing. And I buy into it to a point. I do. But I'm not superstitious.
You love that. So you buy into that, but you're not superstitious.
Yeah. Isn't that kind of weird?
That is, because I guess they're exclusive then of each other. Like, you could be superstitious, but you could also believe in aura and ki and all that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. You could. That's the truth. I guess it becomes from my medical background as a practitioner of sorts. But the people in the Eastern realm know what they're doing. It comes down to energy flows and energy fields and all that kind of stuff.
That is pretty. They seem more. They definitely seem more in tune with like their spirituality, right? Like everyone in the Eastern versus like Western. Like over here, what are we in tune with anyway? We're just working constantly and dying.
I'll tell you what, it's awful. It's awful.
Really
the hardest workers I've ever come across. The Hispanic Americans, Mexican Americans. Hardest workers of all time. They always take, and it's not even a superstition or a stereotype. You'll see them. They take a siesta. They take a break, and I'm like, this is how it should be done.
Yeah, no, exactly. And we're just working here. Like, the culture in America is like work to the bone. Like, skip your lunches, skip your breaks, and just keep working, and you'll get rewarded for it. Which I would argue doesn't happen. Like, it's just like
Wow, is this the moment that we turn commie, we turn communist? Is this the idea or what?
We're enlightened centrists. That's our...
I love that. That's awesome.
We could think whatever we want. I mean, but like I guess I lean to the left on this a little bit. I feel like you shouldn't.
Yeah.
I feel like hard work. It's definitely admired and has its place. But if you're wasting away at like some job, like
Yeah.
Most of the time your manager doesn't care if
Yeah.
you take that extra 10, 15 minutes to get to, oh, I skipped my break. Oh, thanks. Like, where did you get the report done? Like, that's what
Yeah.
it would, it doesn't matter.
It's true. That's like, I think, one of the positive things to come out of the whole COVID thing is that, people, I think, kind of change the way they think about work and how we work and what we do at work. I think that's definitely a positive that came out of the whole thing, because you see people, okay, working from home. Well, that's great. Work should be a part of your life. It shouldn't be your whole life, and it should work with your life, because that's the primary source, right?
Oh, no, I totally agree with you there. And I think
Yeah.
you see people's spirits going up because, you work from home, you get your stuff done, and then you could do whatever the hell you want. You're not cooped up, wherever you're
Yeah.
working. Like, say, like you're in an office in your little cubicle, and like, okay, you get your work done, and then you just sit on your phone mindlessly for like the next 7.5 hours. And it's
That's exactly it.
and it's just and
That's
it's
the
like
truth.
it's soul cry. It's like, well, okay, in 5 hours I could get up from here and go have my half-hour lunch. Like, that's what you have to look forward to. Whereas, like, hey,
Uh,
I'm done. I'm just gonna, maybe I'll do some work outside, or I'll go for a walk outside, or I'll just watch some TV, cook some food. It's such a
yeah.
much nicer experience.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much fake productivity when you're in the office. Like, you want to look busy and appear busy, and, oh, I'm working on this.
Oh my God, isn't there like a study that office workers work like maybe 30% of the time that they're in the
Oh
office?
yeah, absolutely. I guarantee there's tons of studies when it comes to that, because it's the truth. It's like, okay, well, somebody's here, or like, how many times do you hear, oh, like, oh, the boss is here, or the
Yeah,
big boss is here, whatever. Like, okay, then you gotta like look like you're on target. You know what I mean?
exactly. And then the other time
Yeah.
that you're not looking like you're on target, you're just frigging around. You're not doing anything.
Yeah,
You're
exactly. So I went from staring at my phone to staring at a screen. This is really improving my whole image, computer
exactly,
screen. Yeah.
exactly. Would you agree with because some people in my office actually do this, and I was shocked when I found out about it. Not really, but but if people get their work done and they meet all their deadlines and they don't have anything in their queue, they just go home. They just leave.
Hmm.
So like
Wow.
if you're working 8 to 4, you get your work done at 10, then you're out the door. Like, is that
Wow. Is
yeah.
this like is that enforced? Like, it's an enforced policy, or they just bring it upon themselves?
They the workers bring it upon themselves to say, well, I'm done, and that's it. No,
Interesting. I mean, I
yeah,
like it if you can afford it.
it's it's pretty funny because it's like some of the people, it comes from like the old people and like the younger people, and like with the younger people it's more of like a headstrong thing, like, oh, I'm a professional, I just graduated college, if my work's done I could leave.
Hmm.
And then the old people are
Hmm.
just like, well, fuck it, I've been here for 25 years, I could I could do whatever I want.
That's I could see it's an interesting dynamic. It really is.
Yeah.
We talk about this all the time. Like my dad, like, loves going to work, loves his job, loves everything
Hmm.
about it. And I'm like, I semi enjoy what I do. But there's never going to be a time where I'm thinking, boy, I really like to go to work today. Or, like, or, oh, I really miss going in. Like, what?
Yeah.
I'm over it. You get over it quick. That's just me. I don't know.
No, I
Yeah.
totally agree, and I don't know what would, because okay, that generation, like your father's generation, that's a thing with them.
Yeah.
They actually enjoy working.
That's
which
amazing.
is which is bizarre. Like, even doing, and then they come home and they want to do physical labor around the house. Like, they want to build a deck when they just worked like 12 hours or something.
I have to think about that. Like, God, I'm such a loser. Like, I can't even
Yeah.
wash the dishes. Like, I started
They-
using the dishwasher recently because I'm like, I can't fucking stand here and wash dishes now. Like, this is ridiculous.
I know. I'm like, even when I was going to the office and just sitting there, you come home from work and I'm just exhausted. I'm like, I can't do anything. Oh, I work. I'll save it for the weekend, and then I just push everything off. But
Yeah.
at what point would it take for us, for our generation, to say, hey, I like going into work? What would it
Oh
take?
man, I don't know. That's a really good question. I mean, in this realm, and Elon Musk and all these figures say it all the time. It's like, basically, you don't need college, you don't need school. You can do everything online. You can go on
Yes.
YouTube, you can learn a skill, that kind of thing. So we definitely have some opportunities to be creative. Now, does it pay the bills? I don't know. And not
Well,
even not even like being like forget about creative. Like, I'm not saying, like, it does seem like the more millennials out there want to be an artist compared
yeah.
to our dads and everybody else. But there is, like, I guess, room for flexibility. I mean, it's just even if I were getting paid like to do something I absolutely love. I think it would still be like a grind, like absolutely like a grind. I don't know.
So let's say in our wildest dreams, we're each getting paid $250,000 a year to do this podcast.
Okay.
And we have to do it every single day, and it's like not every single day, we take the weekends off. And
Okay.
it's like yeah. Would you we'll allow that. But like do you think just us sitting here and talking like, I don't know, 4 or 5 times a week, and then like trying to think of material like every single day and then taking that, but we get paid an exorbitant amount of money, do you think that would become a grind at some point?
I think the issue that I run into without even having $1 to show for this is coming up with stuff to talk about all the time. But I guess I don't know. I guess it's been done before. I mean, people are on the radio. Howard Stern's been doing it for what, 40 years? I don't know.
Exactly. I gotta listen to that Howard Stern. Maybe he'll.
I don't know.
Okay, never mind.
I was a big fan. I was always a big fan of Howard, but he's like changed now. He wants to be. He was always the outsider. Like he was always like somebody that makes fun of celebrities. He's always, the bad boy on the fringe, makes fun of stuff. And now wants to be one of them,
Oh my, are you serious?
Yeah. He's totally changed his dynamic and how, in my opinion, if there's any people that are listening to Howard Stern, because his fans are so diehard, but like, it's just like, he wants to be on the inside now, and he was never woke. And just because, and it was never that it was never his politics. It was never his thing. He was always very honest where he stood, but now it's like he's changed his whole tune, like, I mean, it's just I'm not saying he used to do blackface. I'm not saying that's funny. I really don't think that's funny at all.
Yeah.
But like, if that's what you wanted to do, then okay, we'll say like, hey, it was a joke, it was funny. We were, he works with African Americans all day long on his show.
Yeah.
His sidekick is a black woman. And say like, okay, well, I thought it was funny. This is why we thought it was funny. I moved on. I haven't done it since. It is what it is. But not to be like, oh, I was crazy. I was stupid. The stuff I did back then was wild. Like, just be honest.
Yeah.
Be who you are.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I was like a radical, and I lean that. He's probably saying stuff like that, like making out to be more of a thing than it was. Like, you wore blackface, but like just. Not necessarily even own it. Just say like, yeah, I did it. That was like,
right.
Accepted back then. I wouldn't do it now. Like it was stupid. Then that's not like this whole like groveling to the mob. That's really what I hate. And it kind of sucks that he's like that now because I've heard of a few of his shows, but the thing that always attracted me to him was he was like the kind of raunchy, like, I'm not gonna listen to what you tell me to say kind of guy, and like that's what attracted me to him. But now it sounds like he's not that.
Yeah, it's just like I said. He was always the anti-celebrity, and now he wants to be the ultimate celebrity. Like that's how it is. And with podcasts and Joe Rogan and stuff, his medium is definitely a fringe medium in reality. I don't think it's the primary driver like it was.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm sure because like he was. I mean, he's still big in talk radio, right? Like, doesn't Sirius?
Yeah, he's on Sirius. Yeah, he's on Sirius.
Yeah, they have like exclusive rights to him or something.
Yeah, I used to listen to it. Quite a bit, like I said, on Sirius, and it was always good. Like I said, I don't know why anybody thinks that that blackface is funny. I just don't understand it. I just don't get it. Never in my mind thought, what? I'm like Justin Trudeau, anti-friend of the show.
Yeah,
he had like a Sultan's outfit on one time. Like, what crosses your mind? Thinks I'm gonna do this. This is a good idea. I think it's funny. Like, I don't get it.
It's kind of like a weird, creepy kind of vibe to it, doesn't it? Like wearing black. It's a weird vibe, like coming from someone who does that.
I mean, I guess I could justify like, I don't know, some real hot chick like dressed up like as like a German like beer woman, like one of those beer maidens.
I
could see that.
A beer wench.
Yeah, a beer wench. I could maybe justify that, abusing a culture if you want to say it, but I don't see any other idea. I don't get why that's a good idea, or why it's funny or something that you would want to do. I don't know.
I don't know. And then the question becomes, well, is it because they have a little bit of racism in them, being like, oh, like being a black person looks funny, like I want to like dress up. Yeah, so is it like some deep-seated racism that you find this funny because like no one really
Yeah,
does.
really.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it's
I
the
don't
truth.
know. Not
The whole thing is effed up.
it really is. You'll never find Ice and Dixon dressing up in blackface or endorsing it.
I dressed up as a cowboy one year.
Oh my God, I can't believe you did
Boy.
that.
I feel like I appropriated Western culture.
Yeah, you really did. Hey, did you dress up as a Native American?
No. I
Okay,
have not.
that's good. That was another thing that was weird to me. Like when we were kids, like cowboys and the past colloquial term Indians.
Yeah, cowboys and Indians were always
Yeah,
big. Yeah.
yeah, that was huge. But like that's not a thing anymore. But like, whoever wanted to dress up as the quote Indian, I mean, I don't know. Just it never appealed to me as a kid, and maybe I just got those weird like kind of blackface adjacent vibes. Like I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too much
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, I always wanted to be like the army man.
Yeah,
Or like
yeah.
the truck driver or the construction worker.
Yeah, you would. You're a real grassroots guy.
Terrible career choices. Like, just absolute civil servants who risk their lives. Like, absolutely awful.
High death
Like, yeah,
rate.
Yeah, exactly. Fall off a building when you're like putting steel in. Like, what the hell?
Come home, get wasted, fight with your wife. Like that's the path you were going down.
Jeez, that was it. That was what I wanted, and here we are.
Well, I'm glad we made it here because we're both very successful now, and enough so that we have the time to do this podcast, and I'm very happy for it.
Yeah, it's really the biggest luxury is your time, right?
Oh my God! Someone literally just said that to me today, and I can't remember who it was. I was like,
oh,
hey,
the impression. Huh?
I think it was some hobo. I don't know.
Well, it's literally endless time to do nothing. Oh man, I love
it. That's good stuff.
So did you get on to Truth Social? Were you able to get on?
Dixon, I'm number 587,659th in line for this fucking platform.
Let me check. Wait, I finally got in because I couldn't get in before. So I'm number 611,278.
611,278. Yeah. Okay.
And I refreshed the little thing next to it. Number one, it doesn't do anything with it, but also doesn't change.
Correct.
Oh boy.
I noticed that as well. So if no one knows what we're talking about the new Trump-backed social media platform called Truth Social, which is essentially Twitter, but marketed as the quote-unquote Big Tent. Did you see this? Did you see how they market this?
The Big Tent, like everybody's welcome. There's nobody.
Yes.
Nobody. Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, and everyone's welcome, and they don't discriminate against you based on your political leanings. But yeah, so we did the sign up, and there's a waiting list apparently for some reason. Why do you think that is? When has there ever been a waiting list for a social media platform? What are they doing?
It's really well. Initially, I tried to get on. It's like sign up with your email, then wait for a verification email. So I never got the email.
That took a while too. Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So I finally got the email. Well, so I got I said send it again. So I got them like back to back, like hours later. But then I went to verify my email, sign in, and it says, "Oh, you're missing something here. Like something's missing." So I'm like, "All right, I just got it." I'm like, "Forget it." So then I tried it again today. Email worked, username, all that kind of stuff. I was able to get in there, but now I'm on the waiting list, number 611,000.
I can't believe that I'm like a little ahead of you. Because didn't you sign up before me? Because I messaged
I tried
you.
to, but it wasn't official.
Oh,
I evidently didn't get in. Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it's there was a meme. I don't know if you see the meme. It was like it's Trump at a computer, Trump at a MacBook.
Oh my god!
And it's like Trump letting people on a Truth Social one at a time.
Could you see? I could tell he's looks very good. Okay,
that's a pretty good Trump.
You like approve?
That's not bad. That's pretty good.
Clinton signs up. Oh, not. I can't. I lost it. Fuck it. As soon as I thought of Hillary Clinton in my mind, and I went sour. That was it.
Yeah, you went into the Trump that if you were British.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my god.
So I wonder. So we haven't been able to access. I mean, it says when you line up, when you get the verification email, it says, "Okay, truth sayer."
Yeah.
This is really. I'm getting really nervous about this. That everything is a truth, no matter what.
Yeah, I don't. What also, real quick, one of the funny things is about about your number, like waiting in line. They're like, "We love you, and you're not just another number to us, but here's your number."
Oh my
so
God,
like it's just funny because they're like, "You're not just another number, but here's your fucking number. Wait in line."
here's your number. Wait in line.
Yeah,
they could just say that without giving us a number, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just don't. Oh my! And like, yeah. So that whole thing was kind of a disaster. But I think that
kind of like a disaster.
Because I mean, there's no other excuse for the wait in line for a digital platform. That's like me downloading like Red Dead Redemption 2 on like my PlayStation and waiting in line for the digital
to be
download.
Able to play it. Yeah, right. Oh
so
my God.
I'm not sure what's going on there. I'm not sure if there's literally some like people sifting through our information, which I would hope not. But
yeah,
who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, it seems like it's a slow startup. I mean, it skyrocketed to number 1 in the App Store.
It did, which is now that alone goes to show you something. Like there are people out there that are looking for this kind of platform, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
They want something where you could literally say anything, and that's where I think where the disconnect is happening between what people think Truth Social is and what Truth Social actually is.
Yeah, there's got to be some sort of filter on there, right?
Well, I'm glad you said that, Dixon, because I actually went through the terms of service and compared them to Twitter's terms of service to get a direct comparison.
Now, who else is going to do this? Nobody in the podcast realm is going to do this. Thank you. And everybody, subscribe below for that fact alone. That ICE went through the terms of service word by word.
Literally taking notes. I'm like, okay, this matches up. This tracks. Okay. But the problem is here's the big issue, and I'm going to bring up some of the stuff that it says in the TOS. But would you agree with me that people are looking at this saying, "Oh my God, I could go on here. No one's gonna. I'm not gonna get banned. I could say whatever the fuck I want, and no one's gonna do anything to me." Right?
I would say so. That's correct. Yeah.
I feel like that's what a lot of people think. They're gonna be like, "Oh, like fuck Hillary Clinton. I wanna kill her in Minecraft or something like that." But they're actually gonna say that they want to like end her life. You know what I mean?
I'm with you. I appreciate that creative license you did. Yeah.
That's a little meme there. That's what a lot of people say to skirt the algorithm. You just gotta put.
I never saw that.
Yeah, you just gotta put Minecraft after it. But unbelievable. That's hilarious. Yeah. Well, it just like one of the things here, the things that they call are contributions. So like anytime that you create, okay, here it is. Anytime that you create, submit, post, display, transmit, perform, publish, distribute, or broadcast content and materials not limited to text, writings, videos, audios, photographs, graphics, comments, etc. These are all grouped under contributions in their terms of service. And I don't know if that's what they're going to be called in the platform. Okay. But all of these things that they are limiting against the contributions that you make, right here, number 4, Section 8, number 4, under contributions. Your contributions cannot be false, inaccurate, or misleading. What does that mean? So you're first of all, just with this little section alone, there's a lot more language like this. This section alone says you're going to be moderated based on what they determine is false, inaccurate, or misleading. So
yeah, what they determine is the big thing there, right?
Exactly. So right there, I understand what they're trying to go for, but right there in the terms of service, they can take down what they want. Like if you said something, let's just say for whatever reason you say something against Trump, you say like, "Oh, Trump sucks." I don't know. Is that
Yeah.
going to be determined as like misleading, or they have another line about harassment in here? Is that going to be determined as harassment against a person? Can you say things
Yeah.
like this?
Yeah, that's a good question because once again, you ran into with Facebook and Twitter and all these platforms. Remember and YouTube. Remember those two doctors came out when the vid first hit, and they were
Yes.
like,
Yes.
this is not something to worry about. We got to go back to normal. All this stuff, and they were banned. The video was deleted. Everything else.
Yes.
So at that point, we still didn't know really anything. I don't think we really know a whole lot. Anyway, we know a lot more about the vid. But in reality, they determined on their terms of service, based on what they determined by their own fact checkers, if you can call them that this was false, and they removed it.
Correct.
So they could do the same thing on Truth Social.
Exactly. And that's
Yeah.
that's something that I hate though. Like I was all about this Truth Social thing. I really was. I'm like, "Oh my god, like this is going to be great." But the fact that when I started reading through the terms of service and looking at what Twitter has, like it's almost the same thing. They could do that if they wanted to. But
You would hope that they're a little bit more open minded.
you would hope so. You would really hope so. I mean, but there's even more language in here. You may not post any false, threatening, defamatory, harassing, or misleading statements in your comments or reviews of contributions. So just like they're not really letting you say whatever you want. But again, you're hoping that they're more lenient with these things.
Yeah, that's I'm on board with the harassment. The defamatory thing is like that seems like a weird thing because what do you like? I say ice sucks. Like is that
Yes.
defamatory?
Dixon, exactly. See, this is the problem that we have, and you see now the more sensitive people on Twitter on the left might say that some right wing guy wearing a MAGA hat saying that like they're stupid. Well, the leftist is going to come and say, "Oh, they're attacking me because they're transphobic and I'm a trans person."
Yeah.
And then Twitter probably goes in and bans that person, right?
I will say this: there's some shocking content on Twitter that's
Oh my god,
that's not regulated. So it's like,
we have all been there.
yeah, definitely shocking. And it seems like I guess the issue is that it seems to me, and without doing a total deep dive, is that it seems that their censorship or whatever, if you want to use that word, is definitely politically motivated.
On the part of Twitter, you're saying.
Twitter, yeah, correct.
And that's the thing. I totally agree. You definitely see them leaning more in favor of left leaning people, right? Like you would. I think a lot of people would agree with that.
Definitely.
So what I think this whole thing is going to lead to is you're going to have leftists on Twitter, and Truth Social is going to be focused like more right wing. And I think you're probably going to see people discriminated against on Truth Social like you see them discriminated against on Twitter, except it's just going to be flipped. It's going to be people on the left getting discriminated against on Truth Social. I honestly think that that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I could see that being a thing. Definitely.
Again, I hope not. I hope they prove me wrong. I hope I eat my words on this. But like, just going through the terms of service, I'm like, this is like they're just saying that they could take down whatever they want. And here's another thing that might disappoint you, Dixon. Very much so. You cannot post any sexual or quote unquote lewd content.
What the F is this?
I know, right? Maybe I wanted to browse some like OnlyFans samples or something, see what's going on out there, maybe, but not happening on Truth Social.
Wow, I mean, that's pretty interesting. I mean, that makes sense. I wonder if this is going to be once I ever get past the waiting list. I wonder if this is just going to be like, I don't know, like a campaign deal. Like it's just going to be like just manufactured content. Like, you know what I mean? Like just from like a wing of the Republican Party or Trump organization or something. I wonder if that'll happen.
It's funny you say that as well because that's
no.
I have zero proof that they would do that, but my mind just started going. I'm like, this isn't really like again, based on what they say in the terms of service, this isn't like a revolutionary platform. It's kind of just like Twitter, except it's going to be, maybe like more right-wing slanted, right? But I'm like, they're taking all of our information and everything. And just like you said, is this just a way to get all of the people who are like-minded and on the right and just gather their information and just fire off like constant ads, like Republican ads, like vote for, they have your location. Oh, vote for so and so in your district. Vote for this person in your district. Like that's kind of what it seems like it's gonna be.
Oh God, unbelievable!
I'm telling you that okay. That's my prediction. That is my prediction. And I hate that I got to say this, but I have to say it.
You have to say it.
I think I hate to say this, but I have to say it. A lot of people are saying this. Truth Social is going to be.
That's pretty good Trump.
Thanks.
Not bad.
I was trying to work on that. I'll get better. But yeah, I think it might just be like a platform to just push ads, like with the guise of a social media platform. I think that's the ultimate end goal of this.
Well, I guess we'll find out in about a month from now when we're beyond the 600th. Or what place are you in line? You're a little bit ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm 578,777th in line.
Ah, okay. Well, so you'll get there before me.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if I will, because I've seen some people, their number goes up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Someone was like 30,000th in line, and then they suddenly shot up like 500,000.
Oh, geez, really?
Yeah, it's pretty funny. But I just hope that doesn't happen. I just saw the meme that you sent me. That's fucking hilarious. I want to make that is 100%. That's 100% going to be the thumbnail for this.
It's untrue. Because there he is with one single finger just pecking away at the keyboard.
I can totally see him doing that too.
Yeah. If you look at the Trump Tower office, I don't know if you've ever been there recently, but it's like there's no computer in his office. It's hilarious.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I don't think he's ever used a computer. Like I said, it was just it's hilarious.
Oh man, that's he just has papers, like just filing cabinets filled of all the shit that he has to do.
Yeah, seriously. If you look at like just Google like Trump Tower office, there's no computer. just papers and stuff on the desk. And
I don't think I ever noticed that. Hold on, I gotta look at this right now. Oh my God, you're right, dude. There's a phone.
Yeah.
Is that like a tape recorder answering machine next to it too?
Probably is.
Oh my God, Dixon, this is fantastic.
Isn't that funny? It's so great.
How does he get his work done?
I guess he has other people doing it. I guess when you're in charge, that's it.
There's just about 8,000 papers on his desk, and that's pretty much it.
Paper, sticky notes, like that's a gift. That's how he does it.
Yeah, it looks like there's a radio transponder here too. I'm not sure what that's about.
Oh man, I love it.
That's thanks for that, Dixon. I got a kick out of that.
Too funny.
I love that guy. I love that freaking guy.
He's hilarious.
Oh man.
Well, so hopefully we're wrong about this Truth Social business, but it seems like it might be a letdown, unfortunately.
Yeah, I really hate to come off that hard, but I wanted to blow the lid off that. You heard it here first.
Oh my God, unbelievable.
Yeah. Again, I'm not alleging any of this. This is all my opinion. Please do not sue me.
Well, thanks for the deep dive into the terms of service. Really appreciate that work.
Oh, yeah, no problem. It was a lot of fun. But speaking of suing people,
oh no,
Kyle Rittenhouse is on the hunt. Dixon, did you know this? Did you hear about this?
Oh my God, again? Sorry, that was bad.
We can't stop him. He's a menace.
The kid is a menace. Oh my God.
That was fucking good. That was okay. That was the best joke of the show we've ever had. But yeah. So first person in his crosshairs, and I don't mean that literally. But
oh my God, that's pretty good.
He's going after old Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi Goldberg, huh?
Yeah.
So what did she do? What did she do? What's her problem?
Well, okay, so the whole reason that he's doing this is, I'm sure, and we've all seen this, and I'm sure you've seen it too, but during Kyle Rittenhouse trial, he was just getting attacked and slandered, like, constantly.
Right.
They were saying he was a murderer, a white supremacist, a Proud Boy, like a Nazi, like everything under the sun that you could affiliate with like a white supremacist, he was called.
Right.
Like a radical right-wing person. So this happened after he was determined to be innocent. Like people still kept going on, like news anchors, news outlets, affiliates, like, and then talk show hosts, like old Whoopi on what is that, the View or something, right? So
The View.
Yeah. So Kyle Rittenhouse started this program to sue all of these people that have been slandering him. So do you think he has any grounds for this? Like the fact, because like there's still like people like Cenk. Do you know who Cenk Uygur is from the Young Turks? I fucking hate this guy.
Yes.
I cannot.
Yes. He used to be better back in the day, from what I recall.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I actually watched like a documentary. The documentary was making fun of him. It's by this guy named Dame Paces on YouTube. It's really funny. But anyway, yeah, he seemed to be like more chill, but like now he's just an asshole. He seems like the worst person in the world. Like I would never want to be around this guy, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, so he's
I'm sorry, he's one that they should go for. I remember when Trump won and he was on there and he's like he's losing it, having a meltdown.
Yes.
Oh my God. And again, who actually watches The View? Who can stand to watch The View? Like in reality, how can anybody stand to watch The View?
That show is just something that it's TV. It's a TV that's been left on. Like you put your TV on to watch the news in the morning while you're getting ready, and then you leave it on, and then The View plays while you're at work. Like that's probably how they get their viewership.
It has to be, because even if you agree with everything Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar say, how could you listen to them just squawk for an hour?
Yeah, exactly. You ever see that Family Guy joke where it's just the chickens at a table and they're just squawking?
That's pretty good.
It's great. Good. I love how you said squawk. It reminded me immediately of it, because that's what they do. Squawk.
Literally, that's what they do. They just like squawk. I mean, it's just. And I've been in situations where The View has been on TV because once again the TV's been left on, and I'll change it, and I don't care what's on, But
you go in there,
it's not The View.
Toss on Price is Right or something, for God's sake.
Yeah, exactly. God, who the heck is watching this?
I have no idea. Someone apparently, because Kyle Rittenhouse is going directly after her and all these other people because, and again, I really hope he sues the fuck out of Cenk, because how the fuck you say his name, but. All these people are still saying, oh, well, I think he's a murderer. He's clearly a white supremacist and all this bullshit after he's been acquitted by a jury of his peers. So I think he has every right to go after these people, and I hope he makes a lot of money from it.
I think so too. I think because it's just completely ridiculous. Even after, like I said, even after the verdict, it was just constant on networks and everything else how he's still, this is a victory for white supremacy, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't the fact that they were considering the circumstances or why he was found innocent. It's like, oh no, he's white, and so that's why he got off.
Yeah. Those are some weird times. But in this happened. I don't know how you could have been a juror in this case, because like the media was like pushing this for months and months leading up to the trial.
Right.
And if you watch CNN or just had MSNBC on while you're waiting at the doctor's office or something, I don't know, like what you're going to see is Kyle Rittenhouse's face and then an anchor saying, oh, he's a white supremacist. That's all you would know. That's all you would know about this kid.
That's the truth.
Oh, wow. He shot into a crowd and killed 60 black people. Wow. He sounds like a bad kid. Oh my God. That's awful.
Is that the impression of the guy sitting at the doctor's office?
Oh yeah,
that's pretty good. Well, you're on fire. Wow, who knew that Ice was such a talented impressionist?
On. I'm gonna bring in more. I think I'm gonna bring in more humor like that. Just me imitating people reacting to things. I think I'm gonna have to do that.
That's awesome. Maybe we could have Peppermint Patty visit the show.
Oh my God!
Now we canceled her.
I'm gonna have to practice that one. I'm gonna practice that.
It's basically just a man's voice is what the secret is
Yeah,
to that, I think.
yeah. I could do that. Peppermint Patty, the original trans woman, right
Yeah,
there.
really. Yes, they're really ahead of her time,
Yeah,
you know?
seriously.
So that's so so Rittenhouse is just like he has like a legit lawyer and stuff. Like he's gonna
I
go for
think
it.
I think so. So Kyle Rittenhouse actually he started like a group, I think, and I forget what the name of it is. He started this like group to raise money to sue the media. And like he
Okay.
he has like this whole hype video for it. You should see it. It's like a voiceover of Kyle Rittenhouse, and he's like the media are the enemy of the people. And like it shows like
Jeez.
it's like all these quick cuts, and it shows like Trump, and it shows like CNN and stuff like that. But like it really drives home how he was like slandered and dragged through the mud. But I think the whole impetus behind this is that this group was started to raise money, and he's going to use that money either to help people that have been attacked by the press, or he's using that money directly to help himself to sue these people.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, good for him. Again, like the poor kid, like he's got to have like crazy like PTSD from this entire thing.
Oh, I can imagine. But what's amazing is he's still going forward. Like he's still in the public realm. Because I think I'd probably like just be like, you know what, I'm done. I'm out of this.
Yeah, you
It's
would think
over.
so. He's got a lot of I don't know what the word I'm looking for, so I'm just gonna say he's got a lot of moxie to be
Ooh,
staying
yeah.
in this.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really does. You know what this reminds me of? Remember Nicholas Sandman? The
That's exactly what I
Sandman.
was thinking of. Yeah, I was thinking
Yeah.
of this seems like that. He actually ended up winning that case, right? Or he got a settlement or something.
Yeah, yeah, he did. They
Yeah.
they settled, and it was an undisclosed amount. So God knows how much money they paid him. So
And
it
what was that whole thing? I'm sorry. What was that whole thing? He was there with a Native American man, and they were said that he was being hateful towards the Native American man.
yeah. So
Was
so
that the
here
one? Yeah.
so they were there. It was like a school. It was like he was with like a class, and they all
Right.
went to this like I think they were. It doesn't really matter where they were, but they went to this one place, like a public meeting area, and they were protesting, or they were gathering for something. I forget where it was. I'm terribly terribly versed on this, and I apologize, but they weren't protesting. They were just like standing there, like celebrating something. Like they weren't causing a
Uh-huh.
ruckus. Whatever they were doing, they were not causing a ruckus. There was
Right.
another group of Native Americans, and they were chanting, and they were actually protesting something, right? So
Okay.
they see all these kids with MAGA hats,
Okay.
and the one runs up to Sandman, and starts like dancing and chanting in his face. Now, very awkward situation, right?
Right.
What do you do? He just stands there. He literally stands
Right.
there. He's kind of like smiling, not even laughing. He's just kind of smiling, like
Right. I
what
remember
this
that. Yeah.
this guy's dancing in my face, and that was literally it. That's all that happened.
Jeez.
This guy harassed Nick Sandman and just danced in his face, and he literally did nothing and just stood there. But on the news, it was, oh, white supremacist attacks Native American
Right.
as he's doing his native tribal dance. Like that's what it was.
Jeez. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
And
Unbelievable.
the crazy thing is that whole like news spin only lasted for like maybe a week or two.
Okay.
And he still won that case. So all these people have been talking about Kyle Rittenhouse for years now.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what kind of settlement he's going to get from this. It's going to be fantastic. I can't wait.
Amazing. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's going to be good. So
Well, that's good. Hopefully he's successful. Just for the fact that if we're talking about false information and misinformation, here we are. This is it.
yeah,
Let's be consistent.
that's the two things that we strive for in here are consistency and liquidating your goddamn gifts. That's all we want from people.
All we want. That's all we want. Consistency and cash.
Yeah, consistency and cash. Oh my god, there's so. Folks, just wait until we get merchandise. We're gonna slap this shit on everything.
Liquidate your gifts, please. It's not too early to think about Christmas and how you're going to liquidate what you're going to buy for somebody.
Exactly. Think about it now. Don't wait.
Avoid the rush. Liquidate your gift now.
Go to that bank, go to that ATM, and just take out that cash that you were going to spend. Throw it in an envelope. There you go.
Make it official. It's over. Saves you stress, makes me happy. It's over, right?
Love it. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters is us being happy.
That's right. That's right.
Well, I mean, that's quite the. I mean, just in terms of two big, you would say, political things happening here. That's quite the lineup for the week. I mean, you have Truth Social. You have. I wonder if Rittenhouse will be on Truth Social.
Oh, you know it, absolutely. He got the front row. He was number one.
Oh man,
he probably was.
Why not a good look for Trump?
Oh man, I think him and Trump are tight, aren't they? Like they met before, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, they definitely did. He met with all those right wing guys.
Yeah, Rittenhouse is the guy. He's the future, evidently, that they're trying to align with. But I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I know. I almost feel bad that they're like propping this kid up. Like, I mean, he was in a he was in a bad situation where he literally had to kill people to defend his life, and now they're like, hey, look, we love this guy. not saying that he's a bad kid, but it's just like, I mean, maybe we should move away from like the celebratory aspect and like look at it as like
survival.
yeah, like survival and like protecting the right to defend yourself, like instead of saying, oh, good shot, kid, like you're
Really. Did you see that thing about, speaking of this of the right to defend yourself? You see that Beto O'Rourke?
Oh, he's still
in
around?
Texas.
He's still
he's
doing
running
stuff?
for governor now.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay, what's going on with him?
So Beto, it was, I don't know if you recall, he was on the debate stage. He's like, hell yes, we're going to take your AR-15.
Yeah, oh my god, that's the one. That's you unlocked a deep seat of memory, but I do remember that. It's like, hell yes, we're gonna take your ARs.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I'm like,
right.
I think I turned the TV on at that point. I'm like, fuck this guy, and then I turned it on.
Beto, unbelievable.
Yeah.
So now he's apparently a staunch defender of the Second Amendment in Texas.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, he said he was caught. Now looks like he was like in a neighborhood, like talking to some people.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, we have to protect the Second Amendment, that kind of thing, which is a total shift. Which I hope for regardless of how you lean, I hope the people of Texas, because Texas is getting bluer by the minute. It seems like everybody's moving to Texas because they're leaving their failed states because they voted for people that enacted failed policies, and they're going to go down to Texas, which seems to be working, and they're going to do the same thing. Which the whole logic doesn't flow.
No, it doesn't. It's like you're leaving something that you voted for that didn't work, and then you're going to another state to vote for the same thing that fucked up your last state. It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I hope the people of Texas, regardless of where you lean, see through this. But the guy is just literally a swindler. He's the Texas swindler, not the Tinder swindler.
Texas swindler. I like that.
Yeah, because he was the mayor of El Paso, and then he ran for Senate, and he lost Ted Cruz, and that was a close election.
It was.
Then he ran for president. Didn't even make it past a couple primaries, and now he's running for governor. Like, it's just like, okay, well, what else can I do now?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's like when are you gonna stop? And then the funny thing is that he's just like he's like pivoting. He's like, oh well, my AR comment didn't hit so well. What are the numbers? Oh, okay, people actually like the Second Amendment. Oh, okay. So and then now he's defending the Second Amendment. So. I can't stand these again. Fucking consistency. Just stay consistent.
Consistency. Yeah. So that's how you're gonna stay. Like, that thing is, it works on a national stage, maybe because you have, I don't know, a certain percentage that agree with you. But then you look at Texas, and even in Texas, like, you have these counties along the Mexican border.
Yeah.
And they're primarily Hispanic counties, primarily Hispanic areas, and they're voting red more so than ever thought of. Like, it's insane. Like, it's like the most Hispanic county, and I think one of the poorest counties in the country, voted with Trump in the last election. It's amazing. No, it's
really
incredible.
Interesting. And it probably has to do with the fact that they're of Hispanic heritage, and they probably went through the process, the due process of coming there, legally. I'm sure they work their asses off for where they are, and like they're they're striving to do more and like
Right.
and move out of this like lower income area, right? So
Right.
that's probably why they vote red, because they see all these handouts coming in to people that are doing it in a different way than they did.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the thing is, like now it's in California. If you're an illegal immigrant or whatever the term is, they want to be able to vote. Or I think it's New York. New York, illegal immigrants can vote, or they want to make legal immigrants have the ability to vote.
Really?
Like that's got to really piss you off if you're went through the process and it might have
Yeah.
taken years and everything else and lawyers and legal things. It's crazy.
Absolutely. So like, yeah. So what do you get then? You went through the whole process over
Yeah.
years, and then someone else comes in. It's like, okay, I guess I'll go fuck myself then.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, thanks for nothing.
Yeah, of course they're gonna go red. And another thing is, there probably is a lot of like drug smuggling coming in through that area, so they probably want to keep their guns to defend themselves. Because if you're out in Texas in the middle of the desert, out in the middle of nowhere, where's the closest police station? You're gonna,
Yeah, exactly.
like a break-in's occurring, and you call the cops. Well, the guy's gonna storm your house, go through every single room, load up his truck, and leave, possibly hurt or kill you, and be gone
Yeah.
10 minutes before the police even get there.
You've seen the movies, but based in Texas, it's always the small town sheriff, and he has like one he has like
Yeah.
one desk and one jail cell. It's like
Yeah,
I think that's the
exactly.
majority of Texas. I don't think it's all Houston. It's like there's places in Texas that are still like that. So what are you gonna do?
Exactly. So like you need it's a necessity to defend yourself. I don't think people realize how big America like really is, because
Yeah.
there even some places around me, like you're way out there. You're at least like 15 minutes from the nearest police station. Like you're not
Oh,
getting
yeah.
you're not getting response time in order for them to like stop any crime that's happening. So like the Second
Yep.
Amendment is almost a necessity in that aspect.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But
Well,
what
we'll see what happens in Beto.
Yeah, we'll keep a close eye on him. Anti-friend of the show.
Anti-friend, not a friend. Definitely does not liquidate his gifts. I can tell you that much.
No, absolutely not. We should keep a list on who we say is friend and anti-friend of the show. I think we're gonna have a whole list.
And literally, they're literally not even aware of our existence, so it's all good.
They will be. They will be.
Oh,
Next.
better believe it. Once we hit that Truth Social button, it's going to be over.
Exactly. Oh my God! If they had a podcasting platform on there, I would 100% be on that immediately.
You definitely are about the grind. Because didn't we expand our reach?
Yes, we did, folks. You can now get the Ice and Dixon show on anchor.fm/Ice and Dixon. That's anchor.fm/Ice and Dixon. Also available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere else podcasts are listened to. That's the Ice and Dixon show. You can now listen to on all podcast streaming platforms.
Wait a second. We're on Spotify?
Yeah, we're on Spotify as well.
Oh. Well, I don't know if I can do that, given the fact that Joe Rogan is on the platform.
Oh, what? Why is that?
Well, I'm gonna take a stand for something.
Oh, oh my
And
God!
I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do this anymore. That we're on Spotify.
Wow, this is breaking. I didn't expect this at all.
I
I didn't expect this at all. We're all right, guys. We're breaking up. The show's over.
I guess it's over. Neil Young and I are starting our own podcast.
Wow. The Young and Dixon podcast.
Oh man, no, I love it. I love it. Thanks for all the work you are putting into this and really expanding our audience. It really means a lot.
Oh no, it's honestly no problem. I mean, like I've been doing this kind of shit forever, but now I finally have someone to do it with, so I feel like I actually want to. So it's this kind of stuff is fun for me. So we're gonna keep expanding, and we're gonna keep growing bigger and bigger, and we're gonna tune it in. We're gonna figure out where we go, and it's gonna be a fun time.
Absolutely, it's amazing because we've known each other for a lot longer than we've had this show. It's just a matter of us doing it now.
Yeah, exactly. And I know you probably listen to me millions of times talk about this, but
Yeah,
I'm
usually
glad-
2:30 in the morning, droning on and on and on and on. I'm just trying to get out, trying to leave the bar. Please, God, where's my Uber?
Dixon, we
But no, I went-
we just have to do it. We have such great conversations. All right, I'll see you later, Matty. Get your Uber.
And now here we are. We're making it happen.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm having a great time doing it too. It's a lot of fun.
Me too. Wonderful.
Fantastic. Well, hey, that was the 13th episode. We're gonna embrace this one too. I think this was our best one. I'm gonna say it.
I think so too.
So we'll see you guys next week for episode number 14. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, let us know what you think of the show, and also take a stop by on Spotify, take a stop by on Anchor. Give us a listen there as well. We really appreciate it.
Now, let me ask you this real quick before we sign off. Is it an ampersand? Yeah. Is it ice and ampersand, Dixon, or is it?
No. It's you got to spell it out. A-N-D.
Okay. Now we know.
Yes, I mean we could adjust that if metrics say otherwise, but yeah, it's just A&D for now. Sorry about that.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome. Love it.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Peace.